Good evening, sportsmen. Rewt for the win of the token minorities here today with the PCL Week 7 against our friend Rewt. His link will be in the description below. So I really missed that jingle in the beginning of these videos. I think I'm going to continue using it because why not? It's a good way to kick off each of my videos. Alright, we've got, like I said, Week 7, PCL, Bob Ross Waffle Maker, all that good stuff. We get so much we're fighting for here. We cannot lose. This is the time of the season where we kick it into hyperdrive, where we just start taking no prisoners and start destroying everyone. And that's my goal. Starting with this team today. Sorry, Rewt, good guy and all, but we are going to destroy you. Like, I just feel it, alright? So, let's discuss the team I brought real quick. So, we've got a Deoxys Speed with Colbur Berry. Isn't that so cool? Isn't that cool, guys? Ice Beam, Psychic, Calm Mind, and Recover. So this is a kind of bulky Deoxys that will hopefully late game set up on him. I have to be careful of certain threats, but overall it can work pretty decently well, I think. We've got a Phytanium Terrakion, Close Combat Stone Edge, X Scissor, and maybe a potential late game Rock Polish would be cool. We've got Hippowdon, pretty standard, Slack Off, Earthquake, Whirlwind, Stealth Rock. Leftovers, of course, we've got a Life Orb Excadrill with 3 attacks and Rapid Spin, EQ, X Scissor, and Iron Head. We've got the Alolan Muck, Figgy Berry Recycle, Knockoff, Dual Punches, Fire and Ice. We've got Thunderous with Assault Vest, U-Turn, Thunderbolt, Psychic, and HP Ice. That's the squad we are rocking here. So my opponent, is going to be rocking the Crocodile, the Tin Man.
The Tinsmith forgot to give me a heart.
No heart?
No heart. All hollow.
Makes sense too, because that thing is heartless and is easily able to destroy teams if we're not careful. We gotta be really careful of the Tin Man during this game. He's got a Zydog, he's got a Como-O, probably a Z user if I had to guess. He's got a Celebi, and he's got an Electros, which also can be kind of threatening in this matchup for sure. So I still feel decent about this game going in. I'm not loving seeing Zydoge. I don't love Como and Eel together, but you know what? I think we can do this. Let's lead off with Thunderous. It's typically a pretty good lead, and I think the Intimidate Crocodile is pretty likely for a lead. We do actually get that, and we get a Defiant boost, which is fantastic because now we can get a first turn U-turn right off, and it is going to do a ton of damage, just over half to this Crocodile, and that is damage it will not be able to get back. I'm going to go to my Hippowdon, let's set up some Sandstream. We've got now the ability to probably take it out if we just go for 1, maybe 2 attacks. We've got a lot going for us here. He's going to knock off. I see the lefties, so he does have a little bit of recovery, quite potentially. There's a taunt. You know what? If we fall for it, whatever. Stealth Rocks do not go up, but it's not the end of the world for me because Hippo is still in a pretty good spot. I'm going to try to switch out because I think the EQ is probably coming. I've already been knocked off. What's the point for him? He subs. It's pretty neat. Give you that. That's pretty cool. This is not too bad though. I'll tell you why. Because he can't EQ, which is probably his 4th move. If he knocks off, that means I get a free switch into Hippo, basically off this U-turn. And if he taunts, that'd be kind of stupid. And I do not think he could do anything else here. It's pretty much all he can do. I can kind of bait him with that knockoff. And he does go for that knockoff. Hippo's sitting at really good health. Now, if I want to EQ, I have that option. He's going to switch out. So what I do is going to be a mystery to him. He's going to go into Celebi. Totally fine. I'm going to EQ. Once again, I don't think there was any reason not to there. It does nothing, but it's a little bit of chip. Would have liked it if the Sandstorm lasted 1 more turn to just mitigate those leftovers, but whatever. Let's move on with our life. That's all we can do. Go to Thunderous. I expect Stealth Rocks to come up, but best case scenario, maybe he'd go for a Giga Drain or an Earth Power. That didn't happen. Like I said, the expected Stealth Rocks are definitely here. This does give me a free U-turn though, and I know that it will do tons of damage to the Celebi, and I know that it will basically give me momentum into anything I want. So it does nothing to that Eel right there. Absolutely nothing, which tells me it is pretty darn bulky, and I do see leftovers. That is good information to have as well. I'm gonna Stone Edge. I figure he can't do a whole lot to me. The most he can do is Toxic, and I feel like if I Stone Edge and it's bulky, it can't hurt me that much with its coverage moves. So I just need damage on this thing. That's kind of the goal. As long as I get some damage, I can then KO it the next turn with my Z move, which I am going for right now, and it is going to be a full force, all-out pummeling to destroy this freaking eel. It is going down. This thing actually, because of its levitate, has the ability to wall good portions of my team, and with this thing now gone, that's fantastic. And the only thing we lost, okay? We lost a little bit of health with a toxic poison right there. That is a trade I happily am able to make here. Happily. Toxic is not that bad on this Terrakion. Not bad at all. So, I'm going to go to Hippo to try to set up the Sandstream, to kind of maybe deal with this thing. We'll see what kind of set it is. It is 1,000 arrows. That's fine. That's pretty expected, of course. He's Scarf. I can tell he's Scarfed by that damage. Now, he just barely gets the KO there. I don't know if actually that was a roll, but I don't remember the calc off my head. But either way, I was letting it go down, maybe trying to recover if I could. I know I outspeed it now. I know it's a Scarf set. I'm going to try to Earthquake, because I feel like it still can hit the Celebi decently hard. It does a decent amount, sure. We know that I also have the X-Scissor, so this Celebi is not safe in this game at all right now. We needed that X-Scissor, that big X-Scissor. It's going to come through, and we're going to take out his Fizz-Def, probably Fizz-Def Celebi. It's gone. Just gone. Set in next year. A couple Life Orb recoils. Not a huge deal, though. I see the Como come in, and I'm a little scared of it. I just want to get a ton of big boy damage on it, so that way I can KO it with something else coming in later. He goes for the Autotomize. Autotomize? I don't know. I can never say moves or Pokemon names right. Then the Sandstorm wears away. So we are in bad shape. He EQs, which is quite terrible because we lose Excadrill. However, Excadrill did its job this game. It really did. Now I can go into Thundurus, which will be able to either bait a Z move or do something here. If it just baits the Z move, that's all we need. Because then, on the next turn, I will have something that will be able to live his presumed Dragon Claw. I assume it'll be Dragon Claw. So, we're going to get Devastating Drake. We are going to go down. So you're going to make it... You're going to think, okay? You're going to think, why did I just let 2 Mons go down right there? Well, now, Alolan Muck can live. It could not live a Devastating Drake. Maybe it was Outrage Devastating Drake. I don't know. But doesn't matter. I knew we could live an Earthquake, but I knew we couldn't live a Devastating Drake Outrage. And we can. We pop our berry. We are going to get the Ice Punch off, and Alolan Muck comes through again. This Mon is indestructible. I love it. Love Alolan Muck. It's just doing so much work for me this season, pulling its weight. It's worth more than its weight in gold, okay? It might be a toxic pool of sludge, but I'm going to K Jewelers, and I'm going in the cabinets. I'm going to find Alolan Muck in there. That's what I have to do. It's worth its weight in gold, guys. Alright, so Terrakion does go down. It was kind of our fodder there. That's fine. Deoxys Speed is here and can take an attack from this thing, and I'm sure he knows I have Ice Beam. That's pretty darn obvious. I'm going to go for it. There's no reason not to, right? So, Ice Beam on the Crocodile is gonna KO it, of course. Not unexpected right there. I'm sure he was hoping I didn't have that. Alright, the Tin Man is in the game. If it only had a heart, I am gonna Calm Mind up in the face of the beast. Alright, this is the gutsiest end game I think we've ever played. This is our only way to win. It is 2-2. It is time to make a stand right here. He Trick Rooms. That's fine. That Ice Beam after the Calm Mind does nothing. We just have to not get frozen and not get crit. He Focus Blast expecting a Alolan Muck. Fine. That's fine. I am going to keep setting up Calm Minds. I'm +2/+2. That Ice Beam is going to tickle Deoxys. This is already a super bulky Deoxys. Look how little that did. All I have to do is keep Deoxys above a certain number of health. I believe it was somewhere around like 115 or somewhere around there, so that a Scarf Outrage does not kill me. I don't remember the exact number off my head, but that's what I have to do. And I know my 2 coverage moves are Ice Beam and Psychic. However, if I can get this into 3-hit KO range, I will be good to go. I can recover up. I can keep my health high all the time, keep everything else off my mind, keep this Tin Man. I just got my sights set on that. I need to keep my health high and keep attacking this thing with the Calm Mind boost. So it is going to be slightly more annoying because he has leftovers. it's kind of terrible, honestly. I was really thinking Shookaberry would have been really good this game for him, but that just makes this more complicated. So we're going to have to go for 4 attacks in this thing with Psychic. Any attack will take out the Zygarde. And then he gets a crit with Ice Beam, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, I'm screwed. I am screwed. I am going to have to recover here, of course. And I know he's probably going to switch, but I can't take that risk. I cannot take that risk. I recover, and I'm going to see where I get my health to. And I'm going to get my health to 107, which is a roll. This is a roll to live. We live it with 5. We live it with 5. Ice Beam comes through. And this is going to be a dub because of that. It was an 80% chance to live in our favor. I know the math was right. It was about 80%. I don't remember the exact target number, but I knew it during the game. Maybe it was 110. It was something like that. But we do end up taking out the Magearna. We set up in the face of the Tin Man, in the face of Magearna, the heartless, evil Pokemon. And we spat in its face. And we won. Good game to my pal Rewt. Alright, so Deoxys is pulling its weight for the team, finally. And it did so in a big way today. This was definitely not an easy game, but we managed to make this magic happen. I am so hyped after this game. Nothing could make me more hyped after this game. When I saw the outrage, and when I saw everything go down, and Deoxys setting up in the face of that stupid Tin Man. Oh, nothing could encapsulate my hype. I am pretty sure the other people in this residence were probably super annoyed and wanted to break down my door and say, shut the up. So, alright, you know what? Let's call it a day. This is over. Wait. What?
It's a twister! It's a twister!
Goodbye, guys.